Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kuro Akama and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2. So straight off the bat we're actually going to swap back to the hand axe unless we have something else we can use. Just quickly test out the halberd moveset. Alright, we'll go with the halberd for now. No we won't, it's way too heavy. Haha. So now that I have this, I'll also be chucking the life ring and the ring of binding on, simply because in Dark Souls I'm kind of anticipating to die a lot. So the ring of binding will help as it limits the whereas health reduction while hollow. So I offhandedly mentioned it in the last episode, but the more you die, the less health you have. To a maximum of having 50% of your 100% health. However, with the Ring of Binding, I think the maximum is 25%, and if you are... there is a secret little stat, is it? No, you have to go player info. Under where it says the wave of blue, there is a chain icon. That is your sin status. Sin is basically, well, sin. So if you go and kill NPCs, you gain sin. I'm pretty sure if you invade in the Brotherhood of Blood, I think it is, Covenant online, you get sin points. Just for generally being a bad person and murdering everyone. Today we will be going through No Man's Wharf, which is I showed a tiny bit of it in the last episode. I'm also going to be reducing the length of the videos to make them slightly easier to watch. I was thinking of dividing them, where am I going? Dividing them by bonfires, but in a place like No Man's Wharf, it's a moderately large area, but there is only that one bonfire. Anyway, as I was saying, there are a few things that are affected by sin. One of them, and why I mentioned it while talking about hollowing, is that once you reach a certain amount of sin, your health can actually be reduced all the way down to 5% of its maximum while hollowed. There are also certain weapons that get bonus damage from hollowing, such as the Greatsword and Scythe of the Forlorn, which you will maybe see later on in the playthrough. But the more hollow you are, the more damage they do. In fact, in human form, they have a damage reduction. Contrasting that to the Lost Sinner's Sword, which I'll be getting that simply because it's a cool sword. Which, if you are a sinner, in any capacity, I believe, it actually deals less damage. But it also does more damage to players with the sinner status. Which is a nice little thing. Because I have not really upgraded my vitality much, when I beat the next boss I will. But until then I'll be...
Stand back. This is dangerous work.
I'll be quiet while he talks because it's the first time.
My name's Lenigrast. Just a simple blacksmith. And you are? Another useless traveler. A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds. Oh, what does it matter? Go on, show me what you've got. Your equipment. Let me have a look. But do it quick.
You think this guy would be somewhat grateful about me opening the door? Anyway, as I was saying, I will be using a hand axe. I don't want to buy anything. Now I'll be using a hand axe for now, simply because it's light and it won't put me over the equipment limit, but it's also a fairly, the damage isn't terrible. I'll just be +1ing it for now,
I'll be around.
just for a tiny bit of extra damage. We do get another well, a few weapons in No Man's Wharf, but I don't want to, wait to get one of those weapons and then find out that I'm unable to use it. However, once I clear the area and defeat the boss, I will... Pardon me for a second. Sorry about that. Once I defeat the boss, I will be able to level up my vitality, hopefully to 15, which will let me, you know, wear heavier armor, but also it will let me use heavier weapons. Now, there's an enemy right here. Just let him stand up. Before knocking him off the edge and not falling off ourselves. This is another area where falling off is a high chance. There's also a dog right there. I'm not sure how well you guys are able to see the light. I will be lighting up the area. There's also a guy up the top. There's the guy here. There's quite a lot of enemies in this area. And the darkness in this game actually affects the distance you can lock on to them. There's a lot of archers that use fire arrows, which hurt. This chest has titanite shards, I believe. But this area is basically Haid with a lot of darkness and more human-sized enemies. These guys also have a very special, well, not a very special, but a specific armor set that they drop when you kill them. This is one of the few areas in the game that lighting up is actually beneficial. You'll see why soon. But until then, it's perfectly fine for you to go through it and not have it lit up. For those of you that noticed the counter when I last had my equipment menu up, that is actually how long, I'll quickly show it here. Yeah, just to the right of this, that's how long I have on my torch. Wait for this guy to get out, come on. So, there we go. Yeah. Just gonna do that. That was completely unintentional, but it works. In vanilla Dark Souls 2, there's actually no shortcut, and you would assume that that would be a shortcut. In this version, it in fact is a shortcut, which is always nice. So it's a very dark place. It's, you know, relatively small as well. The reason I feel like there's not more than one bonfire is because that shortcut leads straight to the boss, effectively. Sorry, essentially. I completely forgot what I was talking about before. Alright, so back when I was talking about the light in this area, a lot of people are of the belief that Dark Souls 2 would originally have been much darker than it is now. And I feel like this is one of those areas. You can also see it in the promotional videos, I believe, that a lot of the areas in this game are darker in that than they are in the actual release. There was a lot of differences. I need to be paying more attention. I'm ranting instead of actually focusing on the fight. I'm also underestimating the enemies because I'm apparently super tough and cool. But this is one of the areas that I feel would be really in need of, you know, a torch. Simply because it's already fairly dark, but with the darkness in the release is like can't remember the particular name of them, but basically the video is demonstrating what the game was supposed to be like. It was infinitely darker. Alright. No, sorry. There's a guy in there that wakes up and you can fight him. I have never let you drop attack me before. Sorry, yeah, plunge attack me before, and that upsets me that you got away with it. So, yeah, there are a lot of places in this game that kind of feel like they should be a bit darker. I mean, this is literally just one giant cave. It's nice enough that it isn't too dark, because when you have your torch out, you can't use whatever is in your left hand, because you're holding the torch. Just gonna be aggressive with this guy. These guys, I know for a fact, the ones with two swords have fairly low health, which is good for me because I can just, you know, out aggro them, I suppose. There's also a guy here. can make it if you really want, but I don't want to. Unluckily for me, I aggroed both of them. Luckily for me, I can just combo them like that. So here is our first NPC meeting, and one of the major differences between this and the vanilla version of Dark Souls 2 is that Lucatiel appears here for the first time, so I'll be quiet for a second.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me. Things are better that way. You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. But you... I'm called Lucatiel, from the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls, and so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me. You are an odd one indeed. I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed. You are an odd one. While I can see... I can't... Don't hesitate.
So the NPCs in Dark Souls games have, quest lines. I've also found out recently, I think it's still here. Yes, it is. I never knew this existed. Ever. So I feel kind of silly finding it. But they all have quest lines, and Lucatiel's is one I want to complete because you get her armor set and her weapon. Sadly it's a dex weapon and this is a strength playthrough, so I won't use it. But the armor set does look quite nice. Right, yeah, there's nothing up here. I don't know if there is in the normal version of Dark Souls 2. By the way, when I say vanilla, I mean the original Dark Souls 2. Vanilla is just a term for original that people use. I don't know if there's any particular... Whoops. I couldn't decide if I was going to block or attack him then, so I got hit. Curse my foolishness. But, yeah, when I say vanilla, that's what I mean. I haven't played vanilla Dark Souls 2, mind you. I've only played this version. So I do know some differences, simply because I've seen it played through, and, you know, I've heard other commentary about it. This is the point where, if I have them in my inventory, which I don't, which sucks, I actually start lighting the torches. Simply because... well, I mean, you'll see in a few seconds. There's an enemy in this area that actually dislikes light to the point where it will not aggro onto you unless, well, it will aggro onto you, but while you have your torch out, it will, well, it won't. It'll freak out because of the light. But also, since this is a dark area, and I don't want to, I'll be lighting it up with torches. I don't want to use a Pharos lockstone, which I'll get into later. Basically, there are certain contraptions around the world that if you use a lockstone, it activates their effects. I don't want to waste one here because there's really no reason to do it when you can just light up the area with torches. However, up there, that thing, that giant chandelier type thing, that lights up, and the enemies will be forced to retreat into the, you'll see it later, but there is a house that the enemies, I suppose, live in, and they will be forced to retreat into there. I just want to quickly light the one up here as well, so if I ever use a bow ever, since I'm going to probably be having 20 strength and dex, I will be able to, I can just shoot this guy from above. I'm also trying to be moderately fast about it. Of course, I ran into a wall. Because I want to conserve a fair amount of... see, it's already so much brighter here. I want to conserve a fair amount of torchlight. Just so I don't have to go and farm any. I shouldn't have to, regardless, but it may happen, and that will be upsetting. I don't remember if there's one in here. The contraption is actually just up there. Another reason I'm doing this is because if I die, I don't want to have to carry my torch all the way back from the bonfire again. And you can light your torch on any of these lit surfaces. You can't light those, but you basically they're urns filled with oil. And if you shoot them and then shoot a fire arrow into them, they will be lit up. Yeah. There's a few places in the... There's a few places in the game where there is oil that you can light up with a fire arrow. There's a few enemies that you can get an early kill on by doing that. But for the most part, I will not be using that. I'm just going to quickly light this torch. That guy threw a rock at nothing. I'm going to be ignoring him for now. And I'll be showing you this thing. These things. I'm just going to quickly murder them. Both for the souls, and they drop some armor, but also... Did the other one fall? No. Also... What? Please. For souls, the possible armor drop, but also I'll be heading in there, which I don't want to have too many of them around when I do. Simply because... Where did the other one go? Did it... No, it didn't come down here. No, so it retreated into the house. In here is one of the possible weapons I'll be using, but first of all I'm going to just quickly take this guy out. I don't like him. Can you just fall, please? Dude, please, come on. Alright, so... I can see you over there. You can't escape me. You can try, but I'll just smack you with max. I'm quite nervous about falling here. Hey guys, come on, it's enough. Because then I'll be in an area that is full of enemies. So there's a door here. Come on. Ah. I feel like I'm gonna get trolled. Yeah, there we go. Hi, I have a torch. So you might see, yeah, that one there, he aggroed. Which sucks because these guys actually hit a bit hard, and they also cause bleed. Bleed is not good. Once you bleed too much, you lose a fair amount of your health. Tank those hits and heal. So I won't be doing the entirety of the No Man's Wharf today. Ow, rude. Simply because I am trying to separate my videos a bit better. Also up here there is only one more. Thought there was two more. And so the guys in here immediately freak out over the fire. That's what happens when they're outside and you... Hey! That's what happens when you're outside, if you kind of just screw around with them for too long. With the fire, they'll just aggro onto you. Sorry, I just had a drink and it might be loud. The second reason I'm cutting down on my, once again, arrow traps you can just block. There's only 3, so if you can block 3 of them with 100% shield, you're fine. And in here is the greatsword, which is not where it's usually at in the normal version of Dark Souls 2. But as I was saying, another reason I want to cut down the time is because right now it takes approximately 5-6 hours to upload one video for me. And while I am releasing 1 episode a day, that is a little annoying. Hello, sir. How are you doing today? Yeah. So I haven't been paying attention to my durability on my axe, so I think that may be a cue to end the episode. However, the last thing I will do is open up a shortcut. So yeah, I'll quickly swap to the Morning Star. Yeah, greatsword. No, no. The irony is that the greatsword is actually an ultra greatsword. Um, so back on to what I was saying. Before I continue that, you can see it's lit up pretty well now. The upload time was really annoying, like 6 hours. By the way, that boat was not there before. I kind of ignored the animation, it used to be further out. I'm sure you might have noticed. Pardon me, my voice is a little iffy today, there's something kind of stuck in my throat. I'm pausing here because, before I continue, I just want to get my thought out of the way so I don't just mess around anymore. So it also, you're having shorter videos also means there's not quite so much to digest, and also, it also means that you guys aren't forced to watch an entire half-an-hour video at once. Pardon me, hope you didn't hear that. It's just a burp though. So I'm really just doing it for, ease of access, I suppose. You're supposed to not notice the door I came in and walk down there through the other door, but I usually have my torch with me at the moment. Oh well. So I'll just kind of quickly go through here and... Oh no, I was hoping I'd get the backstab. Here, I should not get the backstab. So that's what happens when you bleed. You just lose a lot of health. Hopefully they don't bleed me again. Alright, I need to just very, very quickly... Just gonna take that off. I don't know why they're freaking out, I have no fire with me. What? Oh well. I'm actually fine with that. So the episode, yeah, I'll end the episode here since I died, but I will play through the area once more. I'll cut out the bits that you guys don't particularly need to see, and I'll upload that as a kind of part 2. As you could see, my health has decreased a bit more. Anyways, I'm gonna rest this bonfire to end the video. That's kind of ironic since I was thinking of dividing episodes between bonfires. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna be trying to cut these up a bit better than they were, and yeah, I'll see you. Well, it'll be like 5 seconds for me, but for you guys it will be like maybe a day or so, because uploads are fun. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. Thanks for watching, and yeah, ciao.